Today I'm going to do my first Moron of the Week. And the Moron of the Week is Terrence Howard. I don't know how. So, Terrence Howard, the only thing I really know him from was he was on the first Iron Man movie. And then I think he did some TV shows. But somehow he's turned into this pseudoscience conspiracy theory personality on YouTube. Um, I'm not sure. I think he might have got on Joe Rogan. I'm surprised he got on Joe Rogan. Um, I'm really surprised he's on Valuetainment. I'm a huge fan of Valuetainment, and I'm a huge fan of Patrick Bet David. I'll put the link to the original video in the description. But Terrence Howard, it's like he reads science stuff and then says enough to make people think that he knows what he's talking about, but then he just jumps to like crazy conclusions. I've seen him do it over and over again, and it's just to the point where it's just like just idiotic, moronic stuff. He has no idea what he's talking about. So here he is talking about how if we go to Mars, we're going to explode, and then after that, I'll give you my 2 cents.
Back these 147 million miles back to where the Earth is, you're not going to be able to do that. Well, the 93 million miles where the Earth is. So anyone that goes out there, that's a wrap for them. Because 15 feet underwater, what happens to the nitrogen? It compresses, or 15 feet out of the water, it expands, and it keeps expanding. So anyone that tries to go out to where Mars is at that low pressure system where everything becomes mono or diatomic, everything is expanding itself out, you are dead. There's no way the spaceship would have to be so tight, or the suit would have to be so tight that you would not have any motion. But the amount of expansion will not allow.
Okay, so how tight the suit or a spaceship is, it's just asinine. I mean, it's like talking about a submarine or a spaceship. Like, clearly, you have to have it sealed. It has to be able to withstand the pressures. But I mean, he's mixing up different things here. Literally has no idea what he's talking about.
Allow you to be able to come back to the earth. Like if you took something from the bottom of the ocean and you bring it all the way up to the top, and then you try and take it back to the bottom of the ocean, what happens to it? It implodes at the change of pressure. We're made.
Okay, what he's talking about there is extreme pressure changes. Like, if you go really deep in the ocean, you have to slowly have that pressure relieved over time. Otherwise, it can kill you and cause all kinds of medical problems. But that's like saying, like, obviously you can't just go into the vacuum of stays a space because you like instantly die. But again, he's just throwing word diarrhea into his theory here.
For this particular pressure condition and 93 million miles away. You're not going to be able to have a human being on Mars, plain and simple. We don't have the proper pressure conditioned
You don't think so?
bodies. No, it's a.
Okay. So if he did any type of research, like if he actually researched the subject matter that he's saying he knows about, the issue is gravity. Okay. So Mars has 38% gravity versus Earth. So let's just give a few examples here. So if like the astronauts that just came back, they probably have a number of medical conditions. If you're in space too long, it can cause a variety of problems, including atrophy. That's with zero gravity, right? It also can do damage to your eyesight. It can make you blind if you're up there too long. So your body going from no gravity, like the gravity on Earth that we're used to no gravity for too long can cause major problems. We probably don't know what problems are going to be with 38% unless there's some secret government program. Will there be problems? Yes. Will it be as bad as zero gravity? No. So, is there a debate to be had here? Yeah, but this moron saying you go to Mars and you're going to explode. I mean, it's just freaking ridiculous. Now, if you go back even farther, von Braun, the literal Nazi genius who designed the rockets for World War II for the Nazis after the war, along with many other Nazi scientists, was recruited and placed in NASA. He designed a ship that would spin, Because if you have a giant ship like a wheel shape that can spin, you can make artificial gravity that can almost, my understanding is, almost exactly simulate the gravity of Earth. Now the problem is that ship would have to be massive. It'd have to be very, very large. Um, and so, is that in plans to be made eventually? I don't know. Is it already been made secretly with secret government projects? Possibly. I don't know. Are there other ways to do gravity? I'm sure. So the question is, when we go to Mars, will there have to be some sort of like, you spend so much time on Mars and then you have to go back up into space and be on some giant ship that's simulating Earth's gravity so you don't have permanent health problems. I think that's going to be more what this conversation is going to look like in the future. But having morons like this, who somehow is an expert in science and space, saying that we go to Mars, are all going to explode, just totally insane. And I'm really curious as to how he made it onto Valuetainment. But anyway, moron of the week. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you guys listen to this guy's stuff and be like, oh my gosh, he's a genius? Or can you see through him and just be like, this guy is a total, like literally like a snake oil salesman, just going around telling everybody all these extreme things, extreme conspiracy theories, like somehow he's, conspiracy and science Jesus and knows everything that nobody else knows. What do you guys think? Thanks.